It's electricity, yeah. It's like tasing. We're tasing ourselves. You ready for level 3?
Did you research this? This freaking hurts, dude. This really hurts.
I'm so scared right now. I'm so scared right now.
If you got a big, let me search ya. Find out how hard I gotta work ya. It's a work from Brandon Brand. Here's a round brown shannon brand down. Come on.
Listen, I talk about my pussy. That's what I talk about.
You talk. Well, you want pussy on a pizza? I'll get it for you. Okay?
Yeah.
I can put pussy on anything you
That's
want.
actually my favorite ingredient. Pussy on a pizza? Come on.
Pussy pizza does sound. Is it the double P? That
Could I
makes
get the
it
pussy pizza, the number 4,
Yeah.
the number 6, the number 9,
Yeah.
a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Can I get the penny pizza? The penny pussy?
Pussy's, it sounds a little bit like a maybe like a discontinued pasta or something like
It
that.
does. Oh, you guys ran out of the pussy? Aw, man, I'll come
come
earlier
on.
next time.
It's only 8 a.m. Come on.
You ate all this pussy this morning.
I mean, come on. What's going on here? I just want a little bit of
I'm
pussy.
stuffed. Got all the pussy they had.
I mean, okay, so my cousin brought over this pussy dish for Thanksgiving, right? And I just ate that thing up from, dawn to dusk. And it made me really think, like, am I gassy because of the pussy, or was it the dessert?
Or
'Cause
was
she
it
had
the penne? Yeah.
She had some pistachio ganache and stuff like that. And
yeah.
I don't know. There was a light gelato that we also had afterwards, but I'm a little bit lactose intolerant at times. But
Oh, yeah, you can't digest pussy like that. You got to take a Tums after you eat pussy.
I mean, sometimes I go swimming in it when there's
What?
I go swimming in the pussy sometimes.
Oh, you got to get in there.
Yeah, sometimes, my grandfather's recipe, a family recipe, he's stirring it.
Oh,
and
my
stuff like that.
God.
And sometimes I just want to dive in there because it smells so good.
I got to get that recipe for your grandma's pussy.
Yeah, it's a family recipe. It's been handed down generation to generation.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, my
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, my grandmother. Rest in peace.
She had the
But
best
maybe-
pussy in town.
She had the best. It was
Best
it had
pussy
a,
in the neighborhood.
It had a different musk than a lot of other people's
Musk.
recipes, but
Honestly, when she was cooking her pussy, the whole neighborhood came out.
I mean,
Everybody could smell it.
I mean, there was kids. They dropped their baseball bats in the streets. They started just running for it, and they're like, "Hey, is your grandma's pussy ready?" It's like, "Calm
ding,
down."
ding, ding, ding.
Bring, bring. It'll be ready by dinner time.
I don't know where they're from. I think it's Long Island.
It's somewhere around there,
Somewhere
or
around there.
like adjacent.
Yeah, they did like a thing for the soup once. They were like, "Great impressions by Jade," and it was like the same voice but just different outfits.
Right.
I was like, "Guys, come on!"
You're really making me feel stuff right now.
Can't even put different montages together. Make me sound one note.
They
So,
made
like-
you dress up a lot on that show.
Yeah, that was kind of like one of the things. I don't know how much I want to say about it, but I think they did not want me to be too sexual, and I'm like very sexual, and I like my shoulders out. I'm like, check these out, and
Hey.
so it was definitely like a what I wanted versus what they wanted, and then meeting in the middle somewhere, which
Yeah.
was like usually like a turtleneck but very tight. Like we could compromise in that way.
Right. If I don't see my heartbeat through this thing,
Yeah.
then I'm not wearing it.
If you guys can't see the tiny little dots on my areola,
If
it ain't worth it.
If you don't see the nipple hair that I forgot to tweeze this morning, then we're not putting it on, mister.
Dude, I was so self-conscious about nipple hairs my whole life until this boyfriend. He'll
Yeah?
walk in, I'll be doing it. I'm like,
How often would you say you get nip hairs?
like if I let them go every day. I mean, they just spring out full grown. I'm like, where did this hair come
Did
from?
you make the mistake of shaving them once?
I did.
I think
You
that's
know
what
why?
it is.
You know why? I was panicking. I was at a guy's house
Mhm.
and I was like, there was like 1 or 2. And I was like, he won't want to fuck me if he sees these tiny hairs. Sorry, I'm very loud.
You're good,
And,
you're good.
And then I I couldn't find a plucker at his house.
Yeah.
And so I did do a little swipe and then I regret it for life.
Gillette, the best a man can get. It's just a woman just
Ow!
like scraping it.
A lot of my like self-consciousness as a kid was like, I was so scared people would find out I had a bush or that I had like hair. Like it was like, I thought it was such a thing. Now I'm like, what? Nobody cares.
I got a skin tag once at the base of my penis.
Like
from,
what's the base? Like the balls?
No, the base is like the shaft.
The bottom of the shaft.
The bottom of the shaft.
Mhm.
From freaking skinny jeans.
They rub too
I went
hard.
I went to
Yeah.
the dermatologist and I go, hey, I've got like this little bump. He's like, this is skin tag, man. He goes, do you wear skinny jeans? I was like, yeah. He goes, yeah, it's from that. I'll remove it today.
Oh my God, fashion faux pas.
He literally just like numbed it and then
Just sliced it?
Just sliced it and
you
diced
just have a little indent on that part of your penis. You're like, that's where my skin tag was.
I just look at my penis like an old road map and like, oh, that's that memory. That's the time your father wore skinny jeans.
Skin stuff, I'm like always very scared of it. Like I could just get so nervous. I go to the dermatologist way too much. I have her on text.
That's
I'm
good.
like, hi, Dr. Ava.
I always recommend people go to the dermatologist because I had a skin cancer scare.
You did?
Yeah.
Where was it?
Yeah, I had to have surgery. I had like they put me under. It was a whole thing. I had like stage 2 melanoma, and they removed 10 inches of cancer out of my back.
10 inches?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, I used to have a huge mole on my back, and now it's just a tiny.
Now it's just like a scar line.
That's so scary. You know, they say that the number one place that people get skin cancer is the back of your legs
because you never put sunscreen on.
Who put sunscreen on?
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah. I'm constantly telling my boyfriend, I'm like, put this fucking sunscreen on. And he's like, oh.
I gotta say, I mean, if anybody follows you, they know, but I'm like, you and your boyfriend are a very like gorgeous couple. It's kind of hilarious to me.
That's very sweet. Thank you so much.
Like,
that's all we care about.
Like even when I have friends on the pod, I always do a little bit of research on Google or Instagram or whatever, check out their pages. And I just scrolled through your Instagram a little bit. I was like, who's this hot dude? This is crazy.
I know it feels good. Yeah, he's like, it's weird because he's like very attractive, but he's a finance guy and he's like just so intelligent too. You know,
there
but
you go.
It's like I met him because he was on a reality show. I made fun of him on The Soup. That's how we met. So basically, Justine Marino found my boyfriend. She was like, Jade, you're going to want to fuck this guy. Like, he seems like a douchebag, but you're going to want to fuck him.
He's actually really smart, good personality.
He's actually like really sweet and kind and like, you know, but yeah, that's how we met. And so I love it. And he loves when I make fun of him. He's got a really thick skin. Thank God, because.
Well, you have to. I mean, anybody who dates a comedian, I mean, we naturally are going to talk about them at one point in their sets. I have to run stuff by my wife every once in a while. Like, hey, I'm working on this bit. What do you think about this?
Hey, I'm talking about your butthole being loose. Do you feel comfortable with that?
She's only had like one time where she's like, maybe not talk about that. I was like, no, totally cool, totally fine. Like, I'll take whatever I can get. Yeah.
Do you care if she comes to comedy shows? Like, cause obviously not with a baby, it's a whole thing, but like, I don't like it when people come to my comedy shows. Well, when I know people, I'm like, I have to be
very selective because I definitely will get stressed from time to time. Like when, dependent on who it is. If it's just somebody who is just like, yeah, I'll check out a show, like a loose acquaintance or whatever, I'm like, I don't care, whatever. It's more, the closer I am to the person, it's always worse.
Me too. Like, and he's always like, I'll come. And I'm like, no, but I want to make fun of you for being on reality TV shows.
Like I had to make it a point like years ago when my wife's mom started coming to shows. I remember the night. I was like, oh, I'm going to still talk about her daughter. Like,
you have to. I mean, it's kind of
she's
hard.
come to my job. I'm like, if she doesn't want to come, like, so I did a bit about she and I having shower sex, and
That's
her
the
mom's
best.
in the audience, and she's like, great show. Like, she doesn't care. Like, it's whatever.
I know it's mostly us. I think a lot of
we're in our head for sure.
Like a lot of the insecurities and things are like about us, not about other people. But you know, we put them on you.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
That's comics.
Yeah, we're not going to take reliability. We're not going to be reliable. But, you know. But I'm feeling good today. I did Zumba in the morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been doing Zumba for a year. And now I have a new neighbor, and he's like, hi, it sounds like you're trotting. Can you stop? I was like, I'm sorry, that's the trot part.
I bought a horse. Is that a problem? He's like, oh, okay. What, do you not like animals?
Do you know how hard it was to get this tiny pony into the stairway and now into my house?
Imagine, you think I thought it was hard moving a couch up these stairs?
Do you know how much my apartment smells like shit? Let me have this.
Come on.
But so now I moved it to the rooftop. I've got this like nice rooftop. And
great.
And now people are coming to take it with me.
Are you still at the same complex you had one of your birthday parties at?
Yeah.
That roof?
Yeah,
that roof is dope.
It's nice. And there's
really
never
nice.
anybody there. I'm like, are you guys just like taping me and I live here?
Right.
Like it feels like a weird
what
big
closed
brother.
circuit reality show is this?
I'm like, why is nobody else here? But they come out during the weekends and really annoy me. So they're there.
There you go. You are one of my oldest friends in stand-up because you actually hosted my very first open mic.
That's so crazy. I still probably have the list. I was looking
know
at
you
photos.
kept a lot of those lists.
Yeah, I have because it was like one notebook and I would just turn the page. And I have like all these pictures of you, Melissa. And then there was one night, I think you were there. Somebody like pulled out their dick and he was completely naked. Who is that guy? What's that guy's name? Joe something? Mike something, like very basic name.
Yeah, I forget. Yeah.
Like I want to say a Jewish name.
Something like that.
I still have the pictures. Tiniest penis I've ever seen. I'm not kidding. Like just in shape, just like very weird shape of a penis.
It was a hexagon. I don't know what it was going on there.
So many edges. I was like, weird. But yeah, I found those photos and we just look so happy. Like, what happened? Comedy is so much work. Like the way that you do it and Adam does it, like just full on podcasting all the time, shows, like I can't even think of the things. I'm like,
the jokes and the writing.
It's just so much like, and I've never really taken a part of that stuff because I realized that I was like subconsciously kind of like, didn't think people would want to hear it, or like, it was like, honestly, it was like an inner hate thing where I was like, I was like, it's like already so, there's so many people
like
already
oversaturated.
Like, what do I have to offer? Right. And I was like, oh, that's me like putting myself down before I even try.
Oh, yeah. I mean, with my stuff with podcasting and doing other people's podcasts, I realized, and I'm still obviously working on my stuff all the time, but my thing that I like to do is like more of like the music and characters and wig stuff, which is like not many people do that on podcasts. I'm like, okay, I'll try to create that lane for myself. Why not?
And then anybody you see with a wig on, you're like, you're stepping in my.
Who the F is that? Yeah, anytime somebody wears a wig,
RuPaul's
I'm just like,
Drag Race comes on, you're like, I kind of started this.
Hi, Rue. I have a little bone to pick with you, pal.
Well, it used to be a bigger bone, but I got it removed. So
that would be a great guest for this show.
RuPaul?
Oh my goodness.
I would be very starstruck. Like some people I feel like I'd be too, like I get very starstruck around the Real Housewives, like for no reason. I'm like, oh, Bethany.
Do you see when they hosted SNL, RuPaul?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought he was fabulous. Yeah. You know, it's like, it's rare that I watch SNL, but like sometimes I'll watch the digital ones still get to me. The digital shorts. Like,
sure.
They're just so well done. Like and they cost so much money. Like I know way too much. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, what?
Oh yeah. Per shoot. Yeah. I bet it's insane.
I think about how expensive it is to get that tree lit at 30 Rock.
Year?
Yeah.
Yeah. At 30 Rock.
So many villages in Africa could be fed if that tree wasn't lit for all the Jews to be like, well, I like the lights.
I always imagine that they assemble it like Egyptian style, where it's people like stacked on top of each other, like hanging the lights and stuff like that.
Did you hear, this is kind of dark, but did you hear in India, there was like 45 people who died because they were at this religious ceremony. Sorry, Israel. My bad. Thanks. Israel. And they're in this like hallway and there's 100,000 of them. It's like this Jewish holiday. And all of a sudden they just all forget how to walk and they crumple onto each other. And 45 of them died. It was like a stampede almost. And they had to like unravel them. It's like, we're just forgetting how to be like regular humans.
Yeah,
like
that's terrifying.
Terrifying.
I have enough fear just going up and down an escalator.
Me too. I get really nervous right when I step. My first
I've seen
step.
those videos where they collapse.
Yeah, or like when a kid's like necklace gets caught and they're like, ugh, ugh, ugh.
There was a story back in Kansas City. Shout out Worlds of Fun.
Wait, what?
Shout out Worlds of Fun. It's an amusement park. It's not a big deal. Worlds of Fun. I mean, I used to go there as a kid all the time. It's freaking dope. There's a there was a ride called the Timberwolf where there was this horror story that who knows if it's true. I don't know if it's one of those urban legends, but this girl got her hair stuck in she had really long hair. She got it stuck in the cart behind her. And when it went over the hill, it ripped off her entire scalp and killed her.
Oh, God. That is.
Who knows if that was like a deleted scene from a Final Destination movie? I don't really know. But that was the story that we got told as we would board that ride.
Yeah, you know the ride, like you could die, but it's like super dope and super fun otherwise.
Super fun, dude. And
don't get descalped.
It gives you a really good rush, so I think it's worth it.
It's like you could die or you could just like have a great rush. What did you see that documentary about that really crazy place? It was like in New Jersey or Long Island. It was like a place like that. It was like an adventure park, but it was just like so dangerous. Like hundreds of people would die there all the time. Oh my God, what's it called? Camp something. Anyway, it was the same situation. Like I had a friend who was like, I never wanted to go, but my parents like just wanted me to spend time to like get me out of the house.
Yeah.
And he was like, I would always get hurt. Oh my God, what's it called? That's going to bother me. We'll put it up later.
Yeah, we'll look it up.
Right here.
Huh.
It's giving you more work. Oh, God damn it. I wasn't going to add captions to this.
Do you speak Portuguese?
Yeah, Portuguese. Eu falo português pouquinho comigo.
What did you just say?
I said I speak Portuguese. You want to speak Portuguese with me a little bit? I'm just kidding. I said I hate everybody. No, yeah, that's what I said.
We'll add subtitles in later.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do something in Portuguese. Like I would love to do a movie in Portuguese.
You went and did stand-up like in Brazil, right?
Yeah.
With Rafi, right?
Yeah. So before COVID, I went. It was right after my breakup, and I was like feeling really lost, and I was like, I gotta reconnect to my roots, and like I had 2 weeks to plan it, and I was like, I'm gonna go to Brazil, film it, try to connect with some comics, try to do some sets, like see my family, and like by luck, I got connected to this guy who was in America pitching some show, and he's a writer in Brazil, and he was like, I should connect you to this guy. Like, cause I had heard of Rafinha, but I was like, how do I fucking even, like, do I reach out to him on social media? You know? But I was basically just like cold calling these people on social media, just like messaging them, and we connected, and like immediately we're like, like just in love with each other.
Yeah.
And it was so cool. Like kind of when I was there, I would just do like every TV show. And by the way, you have not lived until you've eaten shit on a Brazilian TV show. Oh my God. Like, so I did this thing where it was like a sketch for one of those late night shows, right?
Yeah.
And they were having a debate, and all the other comics are like, in Portuguese. And I'm like, and I'm just like saying my one line over and over and in my head. And then it gets to my line, and I cannot remember it. And I say it completely wrong so that it makes no sense. And I'm just looking at these like 3 cameras in the audience, like everyone's just looking at it. It's dead silent in this huge audience. And then the guy goes, do you mean this? And everybody laughs. And I'm like, that's what I meant. Just drenched in sweat. It was so bad. And
would you say that bombing in another country is worse, like in a different language, is worse than stand-up?
It's weird because something flipped in my head where like I never feel like I have a bad set anymore now. Like I'll have a set where I'm like, oh, I only did old jokes.
Oh, for sure.
But like it's giving me this control because I'm like, I have the language.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can do whatever I want. And so yeah, it was really important for me to go back. Like I felt like I had this like cultural identity again, and I recorded the whole thing, filmed it. It's beautiful, and I'm pitching it now. It just started. So
right. Here we go.
HBO execs,
Good
if you guys are at
vibes,
home
good
and you're like,
energy.
we love that accent she did in the beginning.
Guys, if
Buy this.
HBO execs are watching Jeremiah Wonders right now, then freaking give Jade that show.
You sounded like Owen for a second.
Oh, sound like Owen Wilson?
Yeah. Yeah. You better like, yeah.
Gonna give Jade
You
that
gotta
show.
give. Should I just turn in a
Here's
tape
what
where I
you
do,
gotta do.
Melissa
Just
impressions?
all of her impressions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. 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 I always I can't think of Owen without thinking of Melissa now.
Oh, of course.
It's for the last 10 years.
It's
I'm like,
great.
Melissa.
It's great.
Yeah.
You sent me a song that you said was one of your favorite karaoke songs, and I thought we could do a slowed down piano version of it because.
Which one is it?
Reach underneath that desk over there. I pronounced the lyrics for you. It's on the floor.
Oh my God, this is so fun. I'm freaking out. This is so fun. Oh my God, you're so prepared. This is why you get booked on stuff. You're prepared. You do your work. Is this wig for me or is this for later?
That's for later.
Oh my God, you're so you're so pre-planned. It's making me giving me an OCD boner. I love it.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you the chord structure, and then we'll get into the song. But I think that you'll get an idea of like the pacing of.
Okay, cool. I'm really excited.
Okay, here we go.
Are you gonna do the first one so I feel it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This out for my ladies out there who are bosses.
Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. It's not.
If you got a big, let me search ya. Find out how hard I gotta work ya. It's a work from Brandon Brand. Here's a rare brown shanner brand. Come on. Like to get to know ya, so I could really show ya. Put the pussy on ya. Ooh, like I told ya. Give me all your numbers can phone ya. Your girl acting stank, so you call me over. I'm making it work, but it's definitely off. Ready?
Not on the bed, lay me down on your sofa. Come before you come, I need to shape my chocha. You do or you don't, or you will or you won't you. Go downtown and eat it like a vulture.
See my hips and my tips, don't ya? See my ass and my lips, don't ya? Lost a few pounds in my waist for ya. It's that kind of beat that goes rat-ta-ta-ta-ta. Rat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Rat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. More. Rat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Rat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. One more time. Rat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. 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 Sex me so good. Oh, I say blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Work it. I need a glass of water. Boy, oh boy, it's so good to know ya. Is it worth it? Let me work it. Put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. And round top of touch and murder runner.
Wow, that was beautiful. At first, I was like, "Do they have the Spanish translation underneath?"
Oh yeah,
what is that?
When you said that, I know this person wrote out T es
But it's your feminine. It's your feminine flan. It's usually how I say it.
Yeah, and then this person just put it's like the Swedish version.
It's like a weird Russian version. That's so beautiful. That's so fun. Oh my God, that's so fun. You're so talented. I wish I could play piano, man. If I could play piano, I'd already be Bo Burnham.
That's how it works, dude.
Yeah, that's how it works. Like, you get talents, like, right from your fingers.
Yeah, right.
I saw that he just put out a thing that was like special coming that I worked on all of COVID.
Oh, that'll be fun.
It gave me goosebumps. I was like,
Yeah.
I think he's brilliant.
He's a great director too. He directed like Gerard's, like one of his specials and stuff.
So cool.
Yeah.
I feel like I should just message him. Hey, what's up?
That's one person who I never see anymore.
I've never seen him. I've never met him. Like, how? Isn't that weird? It's like
there's certain people in comedy that it's weird. They're like around, but they're not. It's so bizarre. I think I've seen him in person maybe one time.
He's like a ghost. He's like a mirage.
Yeah.
Ooh, was that Bo? No.
No. And same with Gerard. I used to see Gerard all the time.
Where is Gerard? On a mountaintop?
That is the question. Where is Gerard Carmichael?
Is he alone in a mountain somewhere?
What's
is he hanging out with Kanye?
I know. I saw the photos.
Yeah, I was like, what?
What? Huh? All right, cool.
It's just so bizarre because it's such a core group of people that you grew up with. So it's like, it just feels so familial.
Well, it
it
is odd because if you go back to that list at that iOS open mic,
yeah,
it is really cool to see how many people are doing things. But on the same side, you look at that list, there's way more people that you're like, what happened to those people? There's way more of those. But that the list of the people who are going all the time every week is like, oh, they've got specials. They're doing this.
They're all doing shit. And
Yeah.
it's like, I remember when I first moved to LA and I had a business of acting class by Brad Lamack. And
All right, you don't need to name drop on this podcast, Jade.
but I did take Brad Lamack's class. All
right, you bring up Brad
Lamack,
again.
I don't know if you recognize him. He was juror number 3 in The Good Fight.
Okay, enough, Jade. This podcast is becoming way too Hollywood. Stop talking about Brad.
I also worked with Kato Kalin. I don't want to make it like I'm a celebrity. But
okay, we get it. You're in my studio garage right now.
Fucking Kato Kalin. But he had this quote, and it's cheesy, but it's like, nobody there. Oh, fuck, I'm going to fuck this up. I'm so sorry, Brad Lamack. I know you're so highly renowned.
Okay, HBO isn't watching this, but Brad is watching this at home, and he's like, oh, you messed
taking
up my
notes.
freaking...
No, but it's something about, okay, I don't want to butcher it, but it's about like, nobody quits showbiz. Like, if you don't quit, basically, like, you'll make it. It's all about like persistence and nobody fails in show business. They just quit. That's what it is.
I believe in that 1,000%.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I quit on a daily basis, but I keep it to myself.
Nice.
I'm done. I read my script and then I'm like, God damn it, I have to print this again.
Have you done a spot at the store yet since it opened back up?
I haven't. I'm a little butthurt. Not gonna lie.
Do you have a spot this weekend or
I have a
next
spot
week?
on Tuesday. I'm doing the
Perfect.
battle, so I'm very excited. I've never done
Nice.
it.
Oh, who are you battling?
No. I'm not. Oh, fuck no. Oh, my God.
You're on the panel. You're
I'm
judging.
way too sensitive. Yeah.
I was going to say, I was like, you're battling? I'm like, wow.
No. I'm way too sensitive. Like, I even get
couldn't do
nervous
it.
judging.
I
I even
couldn't
get
do it.
nervous judging. Like,
Yeah.
I'm doing a set. No, I'm just like feeling like a full new gratitude for stand up.
Heck yeah.
You know, I
I
used
think
to
we
ha-
all
it-
have to after
Yeah.
that year that just happened.
But I have to admit, as I was sitting there last night and Dane Cook was running the light by 20 minutes, all that jadedness came right back. I was like, you son of a bitch.
On this next episode of Jaded.
Yeah, I'm like just like so mad about
Dane?
it. Yeah. But you know, he looks good. I want to find who he goes to for Botox because I need some. No, but I was just like, it's so funny because you get back into those old like rhythms of like getting pissed off over like very stupid things, you know? And
Oh, so I had a set there the other night and I went early to see everybody and it was really nice, but I was also like, okay, yeah, that was good. now, you know, I'm already ready to be like, yeah, I'm going to show up like 10 minutes before my spot and then I'm ready to go.
but I like it. Like honestly, running into people that you like, I don't even know their names. I'm like, you, I remember running into you all the time. Like, you know, the dude Mike that hangs out at the Laugh Factory all the time?
Yeah.
Who hands out candy? I don't know
Mike
what
David, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, Mike! And he was like, hey, he wasn't even happy to see
Yeah,
me. I was
yeah.
like, Jesus. But yeah,
You're
no, I love it. And on the road too, it's like, you know, they're not at capacity. So I'm like selling out. I'm like, this is what it feels.
I'm doing the dang thing right here.
I'm like, I sold all 40 tickets.
yeah.
It feels good.
I
and
mean, it does feel good.
you know, I'm bringing my own mic.
Sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what it feels like. Cause I remember I asked Bert like a long time ago, I was like, hey, you know, like, when did you start selling out? He was like, honestly, I did stand up for like 14 years on the road. And then one day it just happened. And I was like, oh,
Yeah, he told me he's given me some nice advice over the years. And,
Yeah.
and he told me once, he goes, we had a nice talk. We were on the Impractical Jokers cruise together.
oh, I
and,
want to do that so bad.
It was fun. I mean,
I
it
wanna
was
do
it
that.
was a bunch of it's comedy camp. It's like Montreal but on water.
I want to do that so bad. I almost did it. And some things happened.
He basically, we were like in a pool like midday and it was just great. We were chilling and he goes, I don't know what you're doing. He goes, I don't know what or how you're doing what you're doing, but he goes, keep doing it because he goes, it's working. He goes, you're creating like your own lane. And he goes, I don't even really honestly know how you're on my radar so much, but he goes, you are. So keep doing what you're doing. I was like,
See,
okay.
that's great. I mean, it's like so rare that you get like validation from somebody like
It was
that.
very nice of him to,
You know
to
what I
say
mean?
that. Yeah.
Like, honestly, we'd all be okay. Like, if like somebody from the store would be like, hey, you're really great. We love having you here. Like, last night, like Jamie was like, you guys are family. You know, it's so great to have my buddies again. And, you know, I'm like, that made me feel so special.
Of course.
Like, it's this weird thing because like my dad's super validating. So I don't know where it comes from, but like the store specifically is like this living, breathing organism that will never make me feel validated.
I think what it is we have so many times since we both literally had to climb up from the bottom at the store.
Every time.
You know what I mean? There's certain clubs where you might get a recommendation or something from a comic, but like at the store, you're always trying to prove from your last set because, you know, it's that thing that gets stuck in your head. You're only as good as your last set. Like at the store, that feels real. Everywhere else, I'm like, whatever. But at the store, you're like, who saw that? Who was in the back?
I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
But I also think about the fact that like I started there, I was a piece of shit. Like I was so bad. And I think that sometimes that happens. You know what I mean? Like when you're an intern somewhere, they kind of always have that feeling of like, you're the intern, you
Sure.
know? Like, and so when new comics ask me like, what should I do? You know, if I want to get into comedy, I'm like, do anything else. But then I say, if you have to do it, take your time going to the clubs. Like,
Oh yeah.
be
There's
ready
no
before
rush.
you
There's no
present.
rush.
There's no rush, you know? And so that's something I wish a younger version of myself knew.
Yeah, no rush. No
And-
rush, baby.
I'm trying to like be more, you know, I've been kind of preaching about how like I've felt a lot of the misogyny within blah, 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 you know? And so I've been trying to like have some more female openers.
Sure.
Trying to, you know, I'm doing the Lord's work.
Do you find that you like that more or the same?
It's actually harder to follow a female for me. I mean,
That's what I would actually imagine because the audience has a weird stigma with female comics. And it's almost like it's weird. I've noticed that like it's almost like you girls have an extra hurdle to convince. You know what I mean?
Of course, because we're representing all of females.
Because there's less of you. There's less of you on
it's
the
like
lineup.
the token. I call it like the token girl spot, right? Like you see all these dudes. There's this like you kind of feel like, oh, this guy's got me. It's like a sense of like you can lay back, but then you feel this weird sense of like care where you have to be like a little more aware.
I'm representing.
Like in this, a woman's on. You're like, especially if she's like fuckable at all. You're like, why is she doing this? What's really her problem?
Her angle?
Yeah,
she's a little cute to be doing this.
What is this? She could be getting into print modeling. What is this?
Hey, is she not applied for Vogue?
For Vogue. Hey, sweetheart, you gotta send Vogue a letter.
Hey, I've got a connection at People Magazine. If you if you want a little tip, I could throw some your way.
But lately, I don't care. Like it hasn't like. I just want to be undeniably funny. Like I don't care if I'm a woman,
That's
if I'm
the goal.
Brazilian,
That's
blah
the
blah
goal.
blah. Those are all things part of your brand, But like honestly, I just want Bill Burr to go like, yeah, she's funny. Like that's all I care about. And I don't know. I look up to comics who have paid their dues and who are like
Heck, yeah.
seasoned. Like that's sexy to me. Like you've been on the road doing these shit shows, like the Alonzo Bowdens and like the guys who are just like those are the guys
He
that
brought me
care
out
about.
for my New Faces at Montreal.
He's brilliant.
And I literally, that was a surreal one because I watched him on freaking Last Comic Standing, like when I was real young. Like just watching him like kill on that show, I'm just like, oh, this is so weird to be brought out by him.
He's so cool and so calm. Like he was on Californication with me. He was like one of the other writers in the room. And
Oh, nice.
just hanging out and talking to him. I was always so intimidated. His voice is cool.
He has one of my favorite Comedy Jam performances. He did Public Enemy in Montreal, and he got into it. And to see him like get into it, because he's like very like calm and collected, and just like so good with his joke writing. To see him go like full
Hard,
tilt on
I
it,
know.
it was dope. I like when people like break out of their shells, like when they sing or I don't know. I just like seeing
Me too.
people.
I like that too. Like I remember Ron Funches had this joke when he was like still a really heavy guy, and he's got kind of voice like he's like a cute guy,
Yeah.
And he like takes this piece of paper out of his pocket really slowly and uncrumples it, and he's like, "I wrote a poem," uncrumples it, and then he's like, "I don't need no new friends." And then he puts it back in his pocket.
He had one of my favorite closers. He used to do this way back in the day. It was a wordplay joke that was real silly, just real silly and light. And at the end of it, he would just look at the crowd after the joke hit. As soon as the joke hit, he had a handful of candy and he'd go, Skittles. And he'd make it rain Skittles on the crowd. And that's when I fell in love with him as a comic. I was like, this guy is hilarious.
That's so
like,
funny.
where
I
did
never
he
saw
come from?
that.
I don't even know if I'll have to ask him about it because I don't even know if that was a thing that he did all the time or if he just did it a couple times.
Because that's like you get on the road and you forget this. You're like, it's got to be on your rider.
It starts being expensive. Like, Skittles are melting in your
you're
pocket
getting
on the plane.
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck? You get snacky. You're like, I should have eaten the props.
Yeah.
But I met Ron because I tested for Undateable like forever ago, and we were both in the building, and then he left before me, like a while before me, like I want to say 30 minutes, and I go into the parking lot and I find him and he's just lost. He's been looking for his car for like 30 minutes. And it was just like, oh, I love this guy. He's just so like cheery. And like, honestly, you look at him and it just makes you smile, And I hope to be someone like that. Like, I just want to make people feel good.
Yeah. Oh, instant positive and good vibes right away. That's the best.
That's hard because, there's so much darkness inside of me too. And so sometimes it seeps out of my body.
But I just want to be one of those people that people see and they feel comfortable around. But
well, maybe
just
like
one of those things.
close your eyes a little bit. They're very wide. Honestly, like another thing, photographers are every comedy show now, and it's the worst photo. Like every once in a while, you get a good one that catches you kind of smiling. Other times, just like you eat souls for breakfast. Why do I have so many chins? So that's a new thing too with comedy. It's like it's so much more
You gotta
visually.
look good for those photogs.
Can't wear the same jacket. It's been photographed.
I want to get in this next segment with you. It's called Fanning Out.
Fanning out. Questions from fans.
This is no_raw_b_ on Instagram. She
What is
said
it?
Nora B essentially, but it's
No, can you say it again?
no_raw_b_ on Instagram. She said, what's Jade's secret to being the ultimate combination of cute and funny? I mean, what?
I mean,
I mean,
like, I love that waiting for Guffman scene.
what a nice
Dude, Nora ____. Fine, I'll date you.
all right, she'll date.
That's really cool. Actually, I've been thinking a lot about that, whether both of those can exist in the universe. You know what I mean? Whether you can be hot and sexy, or whether that breaks people's brains.
Oh, the hot and funny combo?
Yeah, because it's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I used to really dress down. I used to be very like hyper aware of what I wore
You
on
frump
stage.
it up.
I'd frump it up. I'd Sarah Silverman it up. I'd be like, this is my favorite flannel, you know? And every once in a while I'll pull her out. But like now I'm finally confident. Like I'll put on a little face of makeup. I'll just, you know, I'll wear a bra. But
All right, Jade. You're dropping
Should I take
acting
off
class
my-
bombs. You're dropping bra knowledge. I mean, just
You
take
know,
it easy over there. All
I don't
right?
mean to brag, but I can't afford bras.
All right, we get it. You're well off.
I'm well off. And, you know, I have multiple bras. And I don't even have boobs.
Jade. Okay, you have boobs and bras.
I also have underwear, but I just don't want to be rude and put it in your face.
You don't want to put the underwear in my face.
Well, I mean, unless it does it for you.
Yeah.
No, that's really cool. Honestly, it's. I think there's a new era of people, you know, being who they are versus just like every comic has to be like a frumpy person who's broke. You know,
Just look at the cast of SNL with our friends and the attractive people on it now versus
I feel like everybody's
the
attractive
70s
on it.
or the 80s. They looked. It was just like way more like just wacky zany people.
But everybody looked older then. Do you feel that way? I think it's because of all the smoking they were
Do
doing.
you think it was like the 80s?
Yeah.
Why do people look so much older than this generation's?
I mean, honestly, they could smoke inside. Like they were allowed, like doctors were allowed to smoke. Well, like you'd be pregnant in a doctor's office and
Yeah.
he's like, well, I'm not sure why you're not feeling any kicking. Like that. But I think people just like, we're healthier as people.
Yeah,
We're less lizard.
less lizard and perfect
More
transition.
kombucha.
Perfect lizard transition to this next question. At Vinstagram on Instagram, would you rather marry Bobby or Steebee?
Ooh, that's hard because I like them both a lot. But I actually like, oh man, that's a hard one. Because Bob is just so crazy. But Steve's crazy too. But I'm crazy too. So I don't know. I think I would go with Steve just because I think he's like a gentler soul.
Yeah, me too.
And plus, we kind of had like a little crush on each other when we first met.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he might have brought that up to me once.
Yeah. Yeah. We kind of were like, oh my God, do we? Are we?
Are we doing this? Wait, what's happening?
No, I just think he's so cute. I just think he's so cute. Like, he's so cute and kind and weird. I like it.
He's a blast. I love my
Yeah,
sister
he
brother,
really
Steve.
is.
A follow-up question at Tommy Ford, bruh. The best and the worst thing about opening for Bobby Lee.
The best thing. I mean, everything I ever learned as to be a stand-up, like to be the headliner I want to be, is from Bobby.
Mhm.
I mean, honestly, I would say the only bad thing is like when I was already feeling very low and he was like teasing me constantly, like I would go to kind of a dark place. But you know, that's any headliner.
Right.
He'd just be like, "Oh, your face is so thin," and I'd be like, "What?" And then the rest of the day, I was just like, "You thin-faced dumb motherfucker."
Oh, thin face.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's just like, you know, separating like when he's teasing me and,
Right.
you know, not being so self-conscious, but
He so when you did Mad TV.
I didn't do Mad TV.
Oh, wait, you didn't do Mad TV.
No, I went through the audition process and then I was like, this is going to be hard.
For whatever reason, I'm thinking of something else.
You're thinking of Adam Ray.
You know, I confuse Adam Ray and Jade Catta-Preta
I get that a
on the show.
lot. Yeah, I get that a lot.
No, this is why I confused this. I have a little story with Bobby and Mad TV and you.
Okay.
So you and I believe, had the same showcase, maybe. Did you showcase at the Laugh Factory or no?
For Mad TV?
Yeah.
I just went straight to a chemistry
Okay,
thing.
you went straight to chemistry. Okay. So Bobby goes, because he found out that I was showcasing at the Laugh Factory, which Adam Ray and Amir K were also on my showcase.
So like the whole cast.
Right.
Yeah.
So Bobby goes, I didn't know that you were showcasing. I could have put in a word like I did for Jade. I was like, what? And then it was just one of those things where he's like, yeah, man, you messed up, dude. Like right away, he's like, yeah, dude, you got to tell Papa about these things. I was like, I didn't know that you would do that for me. He's like, of course I'll do that for you. I was like,
I save my things, but like when I need something, like I know that I can, like, he'll tease me and stuff, but like if I really like when I really need something, I'll text him.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I know he's got my back, and I adore him. And like, honestly, he got me a Mad TV audition before they did that one. Like when it was like still Mad TV.
Yeah.
And I just started at the Comedy Store. Like I was not even really a full stand-up yet, but I was like really into character acting when I first got out here. And I watched my reel the other day from like 2009. And I was like, that girl had it. That girl had it.
I saw that you posted like a still of you doing like a Sarah Silverman impression.
Yeah, I found that old SNL tape and I watched it.
How did it hold up? How many years old was it?
It's like 12 years old.
I
feel like the impression is pretty good, but my voice is like an octave higher. Like my voice has dropped.
Well, that happens
yeah, my
as we get
pussy
older.
balls finally dropped. And so, but yeah, I don't know. I get like so nervous now, and I had this freedom to me earlier before stand-up sucked my soul out, where I was just like, "This is so funny. This is funny." Like where I was really into
you're
sketches.
less judgmental and introspective with stuff when you're first starting out. You're just like, "Yeah, I'll do it." Yeah.
Yeah, like we did this sketch with who was it? Oh my god, it was so random. Oh my god, I'm forgetting his name.
Place? Christian Spicer?
No, it was for break.com, and it was like, oh my god, Josh McCouga.
Josh McCouga.
Do you remember him?
Yeah, of course.
Josh McCouga and I forgot. It's some other dude and a bunch of other dudes actually, because used to do sketches for those companies, and they were like before YouTube was a thing.
Break.com. Oh my goodness, I haven't thought about that in a while.
And I was just like looking. We did like a Teen Wolf Mom, and I thought it was so funny. Where she's like, "Yeah, you have to like lock me in the basement, or else I'm like gonna eat you." And like,
I think I remember that.
I just was like so. I saw it the other day. I was like, "This is fucking great.
This is amazing work."
Coming to TNT.
Just tell me."
I haven't been completely honest with you.
What is it?
You haven't been just married to me. I have an identical twin brother.
Show him to me. Is he coming? Where is he?
I think he's on the way. Sorry about this.
It's fine. I have to be at a dinner. So.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Don't be scared, I know. It's like you'll see a devil.
I don't know if I can live like this.
You have to.
Now, you have two. Like me and him.
How am I supposed to tell you two apart?
Maybe you're not supposed to. Jinx!
Do you know that I put a picture with that like dildo up and it got flagged? It was like my first time I ever got flagged. And
Really?
Yeah, and I got this like very formal email, like you have 24 hours to delete this or we'll like cut your account out. And I was like, oh my God.
Whoa. Wild.
Like it's just a it's clearly a dildo.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Come on, Instagram.
Come on.
Let us show some dicks.
Alvalol on Instagram. What word or sentence should every Brazilian dad know? Teach it to Jeremiah.
Oh, that's a cute one.
Yeah, that's good, right?
I mean, you know, all
word
this
or sentence?
Word or sentence. Oh man, that's a hard one because it's like, should it be a sweet thing? You know what I mean?
Right.
My favorite thing in Portuguese is the word dude, which is mano, which is like mano. It's
Mano.
like mano, you know. Bunda is my other favorite word, which means butt.
Bunda?
Bunda.
Bunda?
Bundinha. Bundinha means tiny butt. So that's a funny
Bundinha?
one. Você tem uma bundinha.
Bundinha.
That means you have a tiny butt.
What about big butt?
Você tem uma bundona.
Bundona.
Like a lot of the words are like Spanish words where if you put inga or oink, like it makes it big or
Really?
tiny. Yeah, like
Interesting.
Hafa, his name is Hafinha, like tiny Hafa.
Oh.
Yeah, people are like, By the way, I'm going to make the announcement here. This is a big deal. I'm just going by Jade now when I do stand up.
Oh, one word?
Yeah, because I've realized that people lose a little bit of energy when they introduce me because I can tell they're panicking about my last name.
Interesting.
And so it fucks up some momentum. And they go, Jade, and then they mess up my name and that makes me feel kind of like low. And so I'm just like Jade. And then they can say it really confidently.
Yeah.
So you heard it here first.
Whoa. Breaking news, guys.
Madonna who?
It's Jade.
It's Jade. Just Jade.
Hey, it's just Jade.
Should I go by Just Jade?
Please welcome to stage, Just Jade. Thank you for coming to this AA meeting.
I'm so excited to be here.
And what's your name, miss?
I'm Susan, and I like to eat doll hairs.
Okay, most of the other people in here, they have addictions with alcohol, or they have Vietnam.
I drink when I do it.
Vietnam flashbacks.
I'm not doing it sober.
Do you hear the helicopters?
I do. I actually do. It's not inside your head to hear.
Okay, Charlie comes sometimes visits me, and I didn't know if you could hear those either.
Oh no, yeah, you're good. They
Okay.
hear. Yeah.
So wait, you eat doll hairs?
I like to get real drunk. I like to get real drunk.
While you drink Kettle One vodka, or what are you drinking?
I love them claws. It's all the kids are drinking it. Have you had it?
White Claws, yeah. Yeah, when I grew up, they were Bear Claws, yeah.
Yeah, you can only drink the white ones.
Yeah, you hear the copters, right?
I hear them.
Okay, I thought I was having a flashback, but
They are really just in your house. Well, we're okay, right?
yeah, we're okay,
All right.
yeah.
So it all started, right? I'm getting drunk, and I see this doll hair. I see this doll on the ground.
Yeah.
Her hair shining in the light.
Uh-huh.
I grab it. I eat it. I feel like I'm choking on it first.
Right.
Then it goes through. Most exciting day of my life.
Now, what was the poop like?
Hairy.
Oh.
Yeah, lots of hair in it.
Yeah.
It's like corn. It doesn't really get digested.
But you gotta shuck it.
Excuse me?
You gotta shuck it.
The poop?
The corn and the poop. You ever shuck corn in a poop?
I haven't done that.
You haven't? You hear the copters, right?
It's so close. I feel like they're going to land on here.
Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure that these flashbacks are not coming back because, it's only Tuesday. It's 9 a.m. in this class. Anyway, it's an AA class.
It's an AA class.
Well, it's state assigned. We got to be here. It's not like we're optionally here.
I was told that there would be alcohol here.
No, what do you have in that cup? Because we do not allow alcohol at this AA meeting.
This is alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah, miss, we're going to have to ask you to maybe put that to the side.
All of a sudden, you're like the president of the United States. What are you, Trump?
You hear the copters, right?
I hit. That's so loud. Honestly, I'm scared they're going to land and take us.
I mean, they might be here for me in this meeting. I mean, I still got some enemies over on that other side of the world.
Reginald? Is that your name?
Yeah.
Reginald.
Yeah. You can call me Reggie. It's fine.
I heard these cops are now doing this thing where they take the helicopter and they're just scooping people right up, giving them to the aliens.
Are you serious about that?
Yeah, of course I'm serious about that. Look at me. Do I look unserious?
I mean, a woman of your stature, I would never assume would lie to anybody.
Look at my hair. I got it done this morning.
Oh, no. It's good. It's good. Where'd you get it done?
Sally's.
Sally's.
Right on the corner, right next to the 7-Eleven. Sally's.
Yeah, I'll have to tell my wife about that, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're still married. Okay, that's good for you.
I mean, yeah, I'm still married.
Well,
yeah.
When my husband found out I was eating doll hairs, he left me.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Couldn't take it.
My wife's have stuck with me through, all the drinking and stuff like that. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Your husband, what was his name?
Michael?
Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you up and leave you over a couple doll hairs? Well, I mean, was it getting into your sex life? I mean,
it was. If we're having sex, I'm eating it. If we're walking around, I'm eating it. If we're eating food, I'm eating it on the side. It got to be too much for him.
What's your favorite kind of doll hair to eat?
Oh boy, the blonder the better.
The blonder the better?
Yeah, strawberry blonde hair. Oh my God, that's delicious.
A little bit more of a fruity taste.
It's just got like a lighter taste to it, a little lemony.
You hear it too, right?
I hear it. It's You know what? Just take me. Just take me. I can't be here anymore. I'm eating hair. Michael left me.
You want to be taken by one of them aliens?
Hell yes, I do.
Listen,
I'm not gonna be tempted up there.
I'm just getting to know you, but you seem like a straight-laced woman, and I think that's a mistake. All right.
I just don't know what to do anymore. My doctor says I can't keep eating hair.
I thought there was going to be some kind of instructor or something, but it's just you and I kind of shooting the crap.
Yeah, I was really hoping there'd be some single guys here.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I am taken. Deborah,
Yeah.
I've been married to for the last 22 years.
Deborah,
yeah.
okay. Yeah. All right, well, and she doesn't mind you drinking?
She does, is why I'm here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She said, like, if you don't come, she's going to leave you.
Yeah, if I don't come here, then she said, I won't come at home. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Michael said the same thing, and I just kept eating hair.
well, maybe we can take a helicopter ride. Maybe we can visit these aliens together. What do you think?
Oh my God. What do you say?
I mean, maybe we hop on
Should
a
we
ride.
beam up?
Let's do it. And that's how you end it.
It's just like, it's so funny. Just Friday at 3 p.m. We're in your garage in wigs. Just like, what happened to us?
This is the life.
This is the life.
This is exactly what we want to be.
Like,
this
this is what I want to be doing. I'm like, I never want this to end. Is that weird?
In a garage at 3 p.m. We're just ripping with wigs, just like
people are like, are
there's
working.
a war going on outside.
Literally, somebody's being like taken to a hospital. They're like, and we're like, hair dolls. I love it because it's like, what the fuck else are we gonna do?
I mean,
what are we gonna do?
What are we gonna do? This comes from Rick Law on Instagram. I don't know what this means, but is Rosebomb a good kisser at Tiger Belly?
When you fucking like to know. Yeah, of course he's a good kisser. Have you seen him? He's great. I adore him. We went to the movie. He talked the entire time, like out loud, and was like singing along. I was like, Michael, please stop.
Can you just chill out a little bit?
No, Michael's great. We're good buddies. I haven't talked to him. I owe him a call. Thank you.
Okay, well, that's a good reminder.
Yeah, great.
At MD Jenks on Twitter, what's a Portuguese breakfast?
Oh, that's a funny thing because in America, breakfast is a big deal, right?
Yeah.
They like have breakfast. And in Brazil, it's like very light fruit, cheese, toast. And I remember when I went to Brazil after I had already moved here and they presented me with this beautiful, table full of fruit. I was like, I don't want this. I'm American. Where's my bacon? And they're like, Jesus. So
Can you quit farting while you're talking?
Disgusting. You're disgusting. But yeah, so it's a very light. They have a very light breakfast and then very heavy lunch and then nap and then go back to work.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I love cultures that have naps.
Yeah, and they're really like about napping after your lunch. And then you have a light dinner.
Why does Portuguese breakfast sound like a weird sex term?
It does.
I gave her the Portuguese breakfast. Come on.
Real scrambled, if you know what I
Come
mean.
on, you know what I'm saying?
I love breakfast food. That's my favorite type of food, probably.
Oh,
I just love it. I made bacon this morning with maple sugar and pepper.
Now, does your place smell like bacon the rest of the day?
Today it does. Actually, I was showering and I was like, it just smells like pig skin. Disgust. I feel so bad because pigs are just like the most incredible, like dolphins too, and we're just killing them and eating them. So fucked up.
I wonder if anybody ever shows a football game to a pig and then they see the football flying around. They're like, brother,
They're like, must you take our skin and make a ball out of it?
Is that my cousin?
Who has that great fucking joke? Oh my God. Ahmed Brosha. He has that great joke. He's like, we're so fucked up to cows. Like, we not only drink their milk and then put our children on the
that joke's great.
Our missing children on the cart. It's so funny.
On their kid. Yeah, that's so good.
But it's true. It's like, it's so fun to think about that. I was really obsessed with those, that cartoon. There was like all these little animals. What's these? I had never known any references. I need to stop smoking weed. Those calendar, they were like these little cartoons. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Far Side.
Far Side. Yeah, I would have never pieced that together.
Really? Far Side Comics?
No, I don't know.
You guys know what I'm talking about, right? You get it.
You get it.
But yeah, it was all these little animals like always talking and like giving animals like human traits. I always found funny.
Gotcha.
You know?
What animal would you be?
I've thought about this a lot, and unfortunately, I'd be like a weird bird.
Okay.
You know, just because my limbs.
I'd be in the bird family for sure.
Yeah, we're both like very beaky people. Like, no,
maybe I'd be like,
don't shoot us from the side.
Straight on, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be a pelican. I could be a horse as well.
I could see myself being a pelican too, or I could be like a deer. You know, just like topping through the woods.
Yeah.
I wish I was a panther, but I'm not.
I mean, yeah. I love turtles. I'm a big turtle guy.
Me too. I love turtles.
Yeah. Do you have pet turtles?
I actually been thinking about getting one very seriously.
Okay, some things to consider.
Okay.
Since I've had a lot of turtles.
Okay. Do you have one currently?
I don't have one. I have a baby instead of a turtle. I'm literally, we had the conversation before we had the baby. I was like, how about a dog? And my wife's like, baby. I'm like,
baby.
What about a little dog? She's like, yeah, but
baby. Yeah, my sister had one around the same time that you guys, and she wants a dog, and her husband's like, no, what are you thinking?
Well, when we decided that we were going to have a baby, like when we were like, oh, we're doing this, I'm like, I don't want a dog. Then that was the whole thing. Like, I don't like down the line if I'm like, once I get more successful and I have like somebody who can like train the dog and stuff like that, but I'm not training a puppy right now.
You know what you got to do? You can't do a puppy. You got to get like an older dog. Like Cheryl's like an old lady. She's perfect.
I want a baby wiener dog so bad.
Oh my God. Have you seen Brittany's new dog? Brittany Furlan has a baby wiener. Oh my God. Baby wiener. It's so
They're
cute.
the cutest dogs.
They're so sweet too. My sister got bit in the face though once by a wiener dog when we were kids.
They can be ferocious. We had to give one away because a bit too many people.
That's so fucked up.
But we've had good luck with other ones, but sometimes they get like just too aggro.
Dude, you never know. Like sometimes when dogs bite people or get aggressive when they're not usually aggressive, you're like, what do they know that we don't?
I know. Like, what are you doing, dude?
Nick Yusuf's dog like kind of almost attacked me. Was like growling towards me, and I was like, he knows something everybody doesn't know.
It's like the ghost thing. They bark at like ghosts and stuff. They can always
Cheryl's
sense
constantly
like crappy people.
I'm like, what are you looking at?
I don't know what's happening.
It feels like you're doing something, so I don't know.
So basically, I have a segment that I think that you're going to really enjoy.
Okay.
That we're going to close the show out with. It's called
Cool.
Sax Talk. Oh, Sax Talk.
Oh, it was a sunny afternoon. I'm just a single girl trying to find love. I decided, why don't I take a little trip to Echo Park Lake and circle around in search of some dude with long hair? This one guy approached me and he was like, whoa, look at those turtles, And I thought, how horny am I? Should I talk to this guy or not? And then I said, oh yeah, look at those turtles. Check out those turtles. Right after that, we're at my place. And we're getting it on. And it's fun because I haven't kissed anyone in a while. He's got long hair, so I'm braiding it and I'm pulling on it. And he's like, oh, that's too much. And I'm like, oh, take it easy. And we start getting it on and all of a sudden I realize 4 of his fingers are up my butt. And I think, millennials. And then I come and he comes and he covers me in his cum. How else are you going to end it? And then he slowly takes all 4 fingers out. And he looks at me and he says, I had 4 fingers in your butt. We giggle and we lay down on my bed and things are perfect, But then I say, get up and wash your fingers, you filthy piece of shit. I don't want to get butt juice on my brand new comforter. And we had sex a few more times and then broke it off. What's the lesson? Wash your butt before you go to the park. You never know who you're going to meet. And with that, I'm going to hop in this helicopter and fly to hell. Real story. Is that too dark?
No, it was amazing.
I wish I could play an instrument. It just feels like a different type of release.
It is. It's a different kind of, yeah. I don't know.
What I mean?
Yeah, it is a good release. That's what I did. I played a lot of piano during the quarantine because I was like, I actually bought this right before the quarantine. I had like a cheaper keyboard, but my piano teacher, who I've been taking lessons from, he goes, "You're gonna play a lot more if you actually like the sound."
It's like workout clothes.
Yeah, if you
Like if
feel
you feel
good
cute,
in them,
you're like, I'm gonna do this. I want to put them on.
let's go. Let's do this.
Matching set.
Yeah.
Have you had any fingers in your butt?
I haven't.
Not even a full one?
No,
So your prostate has never been tickled.
Definitely not. I mean, the only time I've just scratched my butthole. That's it.
Wow. I mean, you got to get better toilet paper. You know, the bears are always complaining about that. They're like rubbing the old bears.
What's going on here?
Well, I recommend it.
You've gotten Brazilian waxes, right?
Yeah, but I'm lasered now because I'm not a peasant.
Oh, whoa! I got a Brazilian wax once.
On your actual pubis?
Everywhere.
It's hard. It's so
Everywhere.
painful.
When it grew back in, it was one of the itchiest my butt's ever been in my life.
Yeah.
It was
that part
freaking
feels
so
so good.
itchy.
When they wax your butt, it feels so right.
Oh, after the pain was done, there was a week or two where I was like, I'm the sexiest man alive.
You're like, my poop isn't stuck on hair.
Everything makes sense now.
Well, yeah, I recommend it for guys to do it. Like pedicures, all of it. But
My wife,
yeah.
I've never gotten a pedicure before, but my wife, I think for Mother's Day, she's like, will you go get a pedicure with me? And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let's just do it.
It feels
you
so
know?
good. My guy will not. He's like, I don't want it. He's like, I could be at home and not having a stranger touch my feet. I'm like, I guess that's a good point.
I mean, I just like have flashbacks to seeing my dad's feet as a kid. And I'm like, I don't want to see.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
like he had like just rugged man feet.
Like
that,
dinosaur
he'd be
feet.
spraying them down with like athlete foot spray and stuff. And I'm like, I don't want that.
I have a thing with men's toes. I'm just like, I don't want to.
Just freaking clean it or put
Yeah.
socks on them, or I don't
But
even want to look at them.
I like getting my toes sucked, so that they have to be ready to go. Have you had that? Oh, Jeremiah. Close the door.
Hey,
Put down the gate.
Shut the garage again.
Open it and then shut it back. And I'm gonna show you some stuff.
Show
I'm
you
just
some toe
fingering your
sucking.
butt and
Just
sucking.
fingers sucking on my toes. It's just like
She walks back. She's like,
with
are
the
you
baby.
ready?
She's like, so are you done with the podcast now, or what are we doing here? Are we still on for pedicures on Sunday? I'm like, yeah. No, don't worry about it.
It's a new thing for me. Both things. I'm just like, do it. That's all I need.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
you know, I'll have to consider getting toes sucked and fingers and buttholes. You know, you've really opened my brown eye.
I'm so happy to open your third eye.
Jade, where can people check you out on all that
actually,
stuff?
you know, okay. You know how like people always do the dates at the end?
Yeah.
Okay, and you know Rent?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's this part where it's like December 24th, 9 p.m. So this is my dates, okay? May 21st to the 22nd, I'll be in Rochester, New York at the Carlson. Please buy tickets from my Insta bio. Close on Jeremy. He plays the saxophone. I haven't seen you in a year. What a year. So much fear. Then I'll be in New Orleans eating po' boys. Please show up. Oh, please show up. So I can brag to my parents that I'm finally doing well. JadeCatta-Preta.com for all the dates, guys. And please follow my new podcast, Jade's Podcast at the Comedy Store.
There you go. I love this woman right over here.
Wait, are you going to be this way or?
I don't know.
We don't know what way yet.
I know.
I
no,
love
this
this
is
dude.
no,
I
no,
love
no.
this dude the most.
No. Yeah, you're
I
both in the
love
wrong
this
way. It's
dude
like,
the most.
hello, hi.
Are you doing like a Brady Bunch thing?
Yeah,
where
it's
that's
like a whole thing. It's like, I love this woman over here. Check out her stuff. Literally one of my oldest pals in comedy. I've been wanting you on the show for a long time, so I'm glad it worked out that you
I'm
could.
so excited. I want to do
do it.
more episodes. So I'm like,
Yeah.
can we get different wigs in here? Let's go.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do some more eps. Love you, pal.